So what prompted this video actually, something really unremarkable actually in comparison to what other people have achieved on this platform, but I actually realised I hit 1,000 video views very recently, and I can actually put that down to YouTube Shorts more than anything else, because they just seem to get a lot more coverage than the main videos do that I upload to my channel. And so I wanted to provide a more personable video to showcase a little bit more about me and who I am and why I do what I do, and just to give you some insight. So just for a bit of clarity, I've actually been unwell for the last week or so. My wisdom tooth became infected and they put me on a course of antibiotics that just whipped my immune system and made me feel like I had this quite bad cold, and so I had no motivation to do any editing or any streaming over the last week. In fact, as of recording of this commentary, I haven't streamed in a week. Whereas before, I was streaming maybe a couple of times a week. I think once I did 3 times a week because I really enjoy it. And so now I'm like having to catch up because we've had MW4 announced. I mean, that was like 3 to 4 weeks ago now, and I was going to do a commentary on that. Then we've got the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 ports that have been announced recently, so I was going to do a commentary on that. So I'm like trying to find the time to do that now and like make up time. Of course, outside of the man flu, I also work full time. I've got a 9 to 5 job like many people do. I work in finance, so I'm staring at a screen all day. And then I come home, and then I'm also staring at a screen in my leisure time as well, so my eyes are completely square at this point. On top of that, and this links with work, I also am studying at the moment. I'm doing a diploma in my field of work, which is going right the way through until November. So that's taking up a lot of my time as well. I actually remember when I started this channel back in April, I was like, should I wait until November once all of the study is done and out the way and I've got more time to manifest into this? No, what I did was I got impatient and excited and I thought, no, let's start it now, I'll make it work. And now I'm realising how quickly time goes by in a day. So effectively my schedule is quite limited at the moment, having to balance work, having to balance study, having to balance fitness, you know, going to the gym a couple of times a week, and also just fitting in time for me to just switch off and do other things outside of YouTube as well. Just as a little bit of extra insight as well, the new UFC 6 game dropped as well. So I spent Friday night playing it, and I spent all of Saturday night playing it as well. I was having a couple of drinks and just relaxing. So now I've gotten to Sunday and I'm like, okay, now I need to kick into gear, get back into the zone of doing some editing and doing some commentaries and stuff like that. But really, November will be the time when I can actually just go, okay, I'm going to manifest a little bit more time into this now, and my schedule will be a bit freer. I think I've mentioned in a previous video that I've got ideas for new content as well. Just to give you some ideas, I want to do RTCs at some point, Road to Commanders. I've got a couple of games in the bank that I'm really keen to do an RTC on because I think it would be just interesting to play. Campaign playthroughs as well. I generally don't play the campaign at all. I don't think I've played the campaign since Infinite Warfare, which was 2016, so we'll go 10 years ago now since I've played the campaign. Generally I'm just multiplayer specific. And then I also had the idea of doing like weapon challenges as well, because I am someone who will use all the weapons, even if I don't like them. I generally do avoid snipers, but I will give it a try to try and like level them up and get the camos and stuff. I love grinding for the camos. So something like that could be quite interesting as well. I'm also spending a lot of time working on my commentary. Unfortunately, I'm someone that's not naturally gifted at talking, which is really tough when you're doing something like this. So I'm trying my best to sound more natural in my recordings. The Mag Half Full, Mag Half Empty series that I do is technically that in motion. I'm noticing already the improvement each time that I record, and I'm hoping I'm going to hear that when I listen to this back as well. But ultimately, if you're watching this video closer to the date of its release, you're going to notice that I've pretty much got no subscribers at this point, and to be honest, it doesn't really demotivate me. You know, I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for a career or anything like that. I've got my full-time job. I've got my income source. I do this purely to have a creative medium, for me to just put content out there that I want to do, that I enjoy doing. And I take extreme pleasure in editing videos, creating videos. I love streaming. Streaming is quite new to me. And, you know, I started streaming maybe a month ago now, and I love it. And even if nobody shows up, even if just a couple of people show up, you know, I'm quite happy just sat there playing games, trying to be entertaining. It just feels fun to me. So as long as that is the case, I will keep doing it. Just as a little side note to end this video, as of time of recording, it is 10 years today since Eddy the Chump, one of my inspirations that I've got listed on my channel, uploaded his last video. So I actually put a comment, which I'm going to put up on the screen here. Eddy is probably one of the biggest motivators out of the 4 that I've listed as inspirations. I consistently go back and rewatch his content. He's a continued inspiration to me, even for how I format my channel as well. Of course, I'm not trying to emulate what he did, but he influences my style. So if you're not familiar with his content, I've linked his channel down in the description. Please do go check him out. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. And please do stick around for all of the future content that's going to come this way. I've got a few videos in the bank that are ready to upload already, but I'm still sticking to the 1 video a week routine just until November, and then maybe I'll have a bit more scope to upload a bit more frequently. It just depends on what I'm going to be doing and what my schedule's like. But thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.